Welcome to Thunder Monkey channel.
Hey folks, Let Thunder Monkey back here again with you, and we're doing another mod inspection. Today we're actually going to look at 3 different tractors here. They're all my Massey Ferguson models, and they are done by JT Modding. Before I get too deep into this, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you really do, share it with your friends. I am going to be critical of these mods, so to the mod authors, thank you for doing this, because I fiddle around with these, and I know how hard it is to fiddle with these things, let alone actually produce anything from beginning to end, even if you buy the model and just put it into GE and go from there. These are difficult things to do. Everybody should be appreciative of these things. Some of you out there think, well, you know what, it's just, giants put the stuff out there, and, modders just do. They spend hours, if not, work weeks, that would, it takes to put these things together. So I'm always grateful that somebody spends the time doing this. But like I said, I'm going to be critical. We're gonna pick at this. This is a mod inspection, so we're gonna be looking at this from a lot of different angles, from a realism aspect as well as a visual aspect. So enough rambling. Let's get into this. Let's take a look at these 3 models. And as we get into these, the mod links, the original mod links on the author's Facebook page will be provided, as well as his Facebook page down in the description down below, so check that out. But this is the Massey Ferguson 5600, and from here, and we're going to take a walk around it in game as well. But it looks really nice here. It's got different you get your different wheel setups and trail board. You get wheel weights or standard. You can put Firestones on it and go. These are considered wide singles. Row crops for sure. Throw some weights on them, or just singles. Michelin's, you have got single thick with the double C. Row crop with wide with wheel weights, row crop wide, single thick with weights. Back to the beginning. And so those are our options with our tires. We also have option of front fenders, and we can adjust the horsepower here from 85 horsepower to 5608, the 9, the 10, the 11, the 12, and the 13, and the chip-tuned 13, so you can push this thing to 155 horsepower. Not bad for a little tractor this size. And you can also throw a front loader attachment on it. You've got the Stoll console, the Allo console, or quite frankly nothing. Now this tractor does come standard with the front Hydrolink here. Does not have a PTO on it, but you could throw a weight on the front of it. This guy, you've got your warning triangle on back. That's that guy. Let's take a look at the Massey Ferguson 7700, oh, didn't realize you can change the color. God awful green. Sorry, had to do it. My bad. Okay, putting it back. Again, this one looks good from the outside. You get the warning triangle again on back with the side turn signal bars sticking out. And then you've also got the hubs. I like the hub edition. You can definitely tell this is not your European version, because well, they would never have that, because they'd be getting hung up on fences all the time. But with wheels here, we get the trail board, which we can go default. We can go wheel weights, and broad, or wide if you want to call them. I like those. Those are kind of nice and thick and fat. I'm a big old wooden broad with wheel weights. Twins. Gotta love the twins. How can you not have twins on the back? Twins all the way around, and that's where you get into using these hubs. These hubs there, you just bolt the tire on, boom, you're done, right? If only that's simple. You can go standard row crop. Your row crop wide. Okay. Interesting. Row crop with weights. Not bad. Wide row crops. Row crop duals. Does it stop? Row crop wide duals. Now I'm assuming is this difference between like 22-inch rows and 30-inch rows? I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me. It's over my head. Row crop duals all the way around. I think that's pretty slick. You've got a nice wide setup there. Then back to default. And then the Firestones. You got singles, wide singles. You've got a very, very similar setup with the Firestones. We're coming back to those Michelin's. We can get some big old thick, fat, thick, white, thick. You're talking about European tires here, I think. Oh, and row crops. You can do some row crop Michelins on there as well with the weights. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. My God, they've got no tires. But this. I think this is just should be standard on every tractor. LSWs. Why not? Large, stable, and wide. I know that's not what it stands for, but that's what I go with. But that's not how I bought it. But here's the thing: to make this Americanized, we can definitely put the weight on front and get front of the Hydrolink. It does come with that. It comes with the front PTO and the Hydrolink, but you can put weights on it, make it Americanized, which I did in the game that we're going to take a look at when we're done. I didn't put the fatties. I didn't know I had fatties. But we can put fenders on it as well. We can put a front loader on our attachment, and this is the 7700. It comes with the aloe and the stole. And then you get your variations on your motors all the way up to a tuned up 330 horsepower. Ho, ho, ho. Tell me about it. Right, okay, so that's that guy. Now, moving on. Let's grab the 8700. And again, we got pretty much the same setup. You've got your tires. You get your LSWs. I'm not going to bore you with the same wheel configurations. Change and put the front weight on front. Fenders or no fender. Oh, a couple of different fenders. White fenders, front fenders, no fenders. And then you start at 300 horsepower. And you can crank this bad boy up to 440 horsepower. What do you want to pull? Let's go. That's that guy. Let's get an actual good up close look at these guys. And what I like about these is all the different color variations. And you may not, I'm going to stand still here for a second, otherwise I'm going to twitch around forever. But in this front setup, you got your pins that are silver, your polished, your chrome style pins, not chrome, but you know what I mean. And then your standard black metal, where it's not all just one standard setup, where they just made everything one blanket color. Same with the back. I mean, you got all the different colors here, and your different setups. I mean, not everything's the same color. It all, it's not just all washed, blended. Here it is. Then we'll get into these hubs here. Those look nice. Those are bolted on. What I really like the attention to is those are octagons. Octagons? Hexagons? Octagons? Oh, somebody's going to correct me. It's not the pentagon. I know that much. But when you get up close and personal and you see that they're not rounded off and just looking like bolts, they actually are shaped to be bolts and nuts. Nuts and bolts. And screws. No, not really. This is the Dyna 6. I'm pretty sure that's a special decal that is on there. And the front weight option here just overall looks good. And the same with this guy. The hubs, different variations in the back, and the colors, and the turn signals, and the yield sign. What I really like though is this. These are always my favorite. This is my favorite part. You get in and you go. Sounds like a small motor. A little quieter in cab. Mirrors all look to be good. Do we have any special controls? Not here. That's okay. So, I mean, the interior looks good. Let's kill that. Then we go with the 7700. Now, this is also another nice tractor. A little bit different, a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, right? Sounds good, right? Liking it, all right? A little quieter in the cab. The dash works. I love that working dashes. I should check the last one. I'm sure it's just like this one, where it works and functions nicely. Maybe having little hiccups in my frame rates. Like I said, adjusting something the mod's telling it. So very nice there. And now we're going to look at the 8700. A little bit beefier even still. Love the sounds. A little quieter in the cab, which is great. So overall, visually inspected, these guys look good. Now if we go to log here, we're going to take a look, and you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. But what I'm looking for is, one error with a texture. Can't load resource. And that could be In fact, that is the only error. This all goes back to the original loading of the map, which is a flawed Giants one, but it's a Giants one nonetheless. Let's see here. What was that? That error came in where? On the 7700. I don't see it anywhere else in here. And I'm taking multiple screenshots because that's programmed with the same button. Glorious. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these bad boys are actually set up for. Oops, that's caps lock. For power. Make sure that these are realistic. Not reload vehicle. That's not what we're doing at this point. We are going to debug vehicle. Debug physics. And now we're going to see a whole bunch of garbage jump up on the screen. We're going to have all kinds of torque curves and everything else. That's not what I'm really looking at. What I'm focusing on is over on the left-hand side, you're going to see it's going to say motor, then clutch, then available power, gears, so on and so forth. It's also got its mass weighing in at 1,159 kilos. And if we go to, here we go. We're going to bring in our friend tractor data here. Let me just pull it up here. So this is tractor data F8700. Whoops. And I'll show you here where we're going here. We're going to go with the C here. See what tractor we're looking at. We are looking at, I wonder why the screen went blank. Oh, there we go. This is the 8727. And if we go back over to here, if it's going to cooperate, it's not because it's saving, of course. There we go. 8727. So we're going to go and change this to this. There we go. And there it is. The Massey Ferguson 8727, produced from 2014 on, and it's, where is it? Dimensions. Oh wait, there it is. 23,810 in pounds, but we need to convert that because this is Giants, and so it's all in metric. So if we go to pounds to kilos, and we take that 23,810, 10,800 kilos. Okay, so we come back here and we get in here and it's listing at 11,159, which I'm going to say is probably spot on due to the fact that that doesn't include the mass of the tires, I believe. So I believe the tires are separate from what I've been told. So I'm going to say that's close enough, right? I mean, it's at least in the ballpark. It's not like it's 3-4 times the weight. Now, if we also take a look here at our horsepower, we should be pushing 240 horsepower out of this 8727. And if we get back into the game here, this tractor was listed at 300 horsepower. So I would say, based on tractor data, this is slightly spruced up. You look here, it's 8727, 240 horsepower. So a little off there. Let's see how it matches up in the game. See if this is actually pushing 300 horsepower, if it's even tweaked up from there. But no, 300.82 horsepower. So this tractor is spot on for what it's listing itself as. Now the 7719, we'll go ahead and we'll pop back over here and we will pull up, that's tractor data, tracto data. I say 7719, I believe. Yeah, that's what I meant. Of course, that's what I meant. Right? 7719. So we come back over to our tractor data page, and we go, we should be pushing 170 horsepower. Something tells me we're pushing more than that. Dyna 6 Classic, which I believe is what we're modeling here, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Dyna 6. This tractor is listing itself as 210 horsepower, which again, I believe, and I don't know where he's pulling his numbers from precisely, but he's got it more than what this is saying it should be pushing out. This is pushing out gross of 170 horsepower. It's weighing in at, where are you at? Here we are, 15,430. 6990, 7,000 kilos. And according to the game, we are sitting here. Game, I said. Thank you. We're a little light. We're 7586. So, oh no, excuse me. 7,000 is what? 7,000? Oh my God, where's my memory at? 7,000. And it's sitting a little over that. You include your tires and such. I'd say we're about spot on. Now this tractor, per the game, pushes out 210.74, so he's got it accurate for that. It may not be in agreement with tractor data, but at least when you say you're buying a tractor that says it's pushing 210 horsepower and you're wanting to pull something that's requiring 200, it's going to match, right? It's going to work, as opposed to it, pushing out 140 or 300 horsepower. I've had some mods that are unrealistic in that nature. Again, this guy, and we're not going to check all the engine configurations. I'm going to believe that if one's correct, he's probably got them all correct across. If you want to go in and really push the numbers and figure that out for yourself, feel free. That's awesome. Great. More power to you. This one, 7,300 kilos roughly. And this is, well, actually, let's see. Which model number is this? 5608, the Dyna 4. And if we go here to, again, tractor data is my go-to. F5608. Well, did I get that wrong? Nope, 5608 it is. This is where we may be coming into a little bit. See, this comes up with the 5610. Doesn't come up with the 5608. Doesn't even list at 5609. Is about as close as I'm going to get. And it doesn't even list the Dyna 4 here. What about the 10? No. Very fascinating. Still, 90 horsepower, but this one's, and 8,400 pounds. Not 84,000. So 3,800 kilos. This one may be a little. This one may be a little off. I'm not sure. I can't actually find the 5608. Now, if we take a look here, let's take a look into our tractors. Granted, I said this was a mod inspection, didn't I? The 5609, it's got. So the 8 doesn't exist according to this. So let's go ahead and buy the 5609, and let's see how that guy looks. This is still the Dyna 4. Now this one's listing is 7,300 kilos, and as we determined back here, this one may be off, because this one's listing its overall weight at 84. Let's just go 9,000 pounds. Even if we go 9,000 pounds, not 900, that's 4,000. 4,100 kilos. Where we're picking up the other 3,000 kilos, I'm not sure. I'm pretty confident that that is. Oh, got a minute. What? Oh, really? Shh! Don't tell my wife. I just ignored her birthday. My bad. Shh. Thank God nobody here's got her information. But I'm pretty sure that's a little heavy. This guy is listing at where's the 56? The 09, 95 horsepower. According to tractor data, what did I just say that was? 90 horsepower. So that was ballpark. Really close. And if we push this little bad boy, This one's pushing 132. This is probably the only one that I found. This is the only one so far that I found that's off. This one's pushing way too much horsepower, and it weighs too much. From what I can find from information off the internet, and of course the internet is always correct. Nothing on the internet is ever wrong, right? Okay, so as you can see, these tractors, probably, I mean, overall grand scheme of things, you can go in and do your tweaking. I'm just going to get the screen cleaned up. And make these tractors spot on correct. If you want, feel free. If you need help with that, send me a note, a message on the video, and I will try and talk to you through where in the XML you need to go and tweak things to make them 100% proper, and maybe even kind of the numbers that you're looking for, because I can figure out the horsepower is pretty close, and also, you know, how to tweak it so the store information reads out correct. Overall, I like these tractors. You know, they're close, they look good, and they have a ton of options with the tires and the weights and the fenders and the front loader and you name it. These tires are, I mean, this tractor is going to work both on a European map because it's got the setup for that. It's going to work on your American map because it's set up for that. And so you can really utilize this on whatever map you're using, especially if you're a Massey Ferguson fan. I know there's a lot of you out there. So check out the author's mod page. He's got a bunch of other mods, really cool looking things. He's working on some things. I was kind of going through his Facebook page previous to this. Enjoyed looking through what he's got and what he does with some of the things to make them better or more fun. He in fact had one post where he had done one, and he's like, you know what, I'm redoing this, and then he re-released it because he didn't like his edit. He made it better, right? So he cares. It's not like, you know, somebody who's just throwing it out there and like pay me and, you know, whatever. You know, he wants these, A, for his game, and B, he's sharing it with us. So big thank you to the modder. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget, throw me a like down below if you really like this video. Share it with your friends. But for today guys, I'm Lord Thunder Monkey, and we'll see ya next time.